We got ourselves Doteezy? Dot Easy? Dots? Dots? I don't even know, but if you're on our affliction, I'll be very severely disappointed. Versus Antics going to be around first. Is up to his shenanigans, or you could even say he's up to his antics. It's going to be Dots going for a big chaos bolt still. I mean, it's still going to play well, King. But I was really hoping Affliction twisted appendage to the Dots. Actually has no way to stop the appendage for a moment. He's taken out. He's going to go for a Warlock Healthstone, trying to pump himself up. Full of damage. Mortal Coil onto Antics. Does he get the chaos bolts? Trying to get a fear. Does not get the fear. Antics does go to his antics of stealthing and vanishing and running away from the foe. Especially when they're all on fire like that. And Dots actually going to go for a bit of healing. I actually got a couple ticks. No, Antics, why would you let him? Antics coming out. Actually, what? It looked like his pet sniffed him out for a second. Looks like that. Oh, you should probably solve the pet, by the way. That fell puppy probably is not going to go well for you. I guess the classic doesn't cast. This ain't Shadowlands. I mean, unless this guy's part of the Venter Covenant and is trying to teleport, that's the only way we're going to stop that cast. If you're trying to come out onto Antics, does get interrupted. Perfect opportunity for Immolates and Cataclysms and big damage onto Antics, though. He's looking like he wants to get away. He's like, you know what? I got the kick. I better bail out of it. I don't like the idea of getting chaos bolted. That's going to be a succubus. Join the fight. It's going to apply a slow into Antics. But also a succubus CC to lock him down a little bit better. When you can cast a fear, the succubus will do it for you. Maybe I shouldn't have let this man know, because now this duel has gotten so much harder for Antics. I should have probably not said anything, right? It's going to be getting a shot onto the rogue. Actually, line of sighting the succubus, letting the dots do the work. It's going to be shot of fury into the smoke bomb. Maybe Antics does get hit with the stun and cataclysm around the corner. It looks like Dots is in a bad situation, but trust me, he actually is feeling fine, honestly. He's probably doing better than you think. Blind onto Dots. Antics still dotted up. He does have the succubus on him. That's going to be a succubus CC. Dots finally able to play the game. Look at this man. Going to set a big chaos bolt into Antics' face. Is going to hit him with an immolate. Mortal Coil immediately into a couple of... Oh, just an incinerate and a count flag. That's all he needed. The next up is going to be Valrup on Team Red. While his boys are... Oh, man. This guy's already going in for big damn. Valrup a little just walking. Chad walking over to Dotes with a Hand of Freedom up. There's going to be a swap to interrupt. I think a succubus might have been fine on this man. Going to be Infernal. Fresh Infernal available after that Rogue Fear into Valrup. Casable trying to burn through the Shield of Vengeance, but it's going to pop back into the Warlock, and down it goes. On Team Blue, we have Alone. We also got ourselves Xian. Ooh, I like your Mog. Holy crap, that looks amazing. That actually looks insane. I gotta introduce the rest of the boys. We got Pert, we got ourselves Decapitated. Also, we got a Team Red. We got ourselves Barrage. We got ourselves Chet. We got ourselves Chill Pills. We got ourselves Valrup. Here we go. That's as quick as it's going to be. Alone playing the Beast Mastery. Got himself a Freezing Trap into Valrup. Needs to get the pets up and running. Needs to line of sight of Valrup in order to get the kill commands rolling. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of tough for him. Barrel popping in the stun onto Alone. There's going to be a big defensive available for Alone right now, though. With the survival of the fittest. Needs that line of sight of Valrup. It really, really does. Otherwise, this might be rough. I think Beastmaster actually can be good this expansion, or this patch. I think I just need a lot of Gushers and a big bleed build. Azeroth Beam cannot really throw that one through the wall, however, so Alone. Feeling like he's alone, man. I mean, he's surrounded by pets, but it's like, well, I guess Valrup, he's just slowed down the whole time. He's either getting CC'd, beat up, or kited. Even though he's the hunter, should be the one kiting. Valrup actually looking like he wants to maybe engage Alone. This is where the hunter needs to be very malleable, needs to be able to adapt to the situation and rush at the enemy as they're going behind the pillar. But maybe this Freezing Trap will help him get a better position. Valrup is at least close to the hunter. I feel like this is what you gotta do as a hunter. You gotta keep the Paladin close to you, feeling like, oh, I can reach him if I just run a little bit longer. Don't get in an unreachable distance. Always stay in a reachable distance where they can't touch you. They can't chip us vertical like that. But don't put him in a situation where they can just go behind the pillar. Like, I being out in the open like this is perfect. This is where you want to get the pets up and running. Valrup trying to get some damage back at Alone. But the wings and flash of lights are still hot. They are going to keep him up and running. Alone still has plenty of health. No more trinket available for the next Hodge. Valrup just needs a setup. It looks like maybe the trap might have... didn't miss. It was kind of far, but it didn't miss. Valrup is doing fine as long as he is behind line of sight, where Alone cannot get the constant kill commands, cannot get the pets frenzied, and continue the frenzied state. It's going to be rough for the Beastmaster Hunter to just do damn. I mean, the pets do buys, they do autos, but they're just not quite as good as if you're just behind the pillar. Big damage onto Alone into a Hodge right now. Big tempo, it's going to be a turtle. If only Valrup just had a little bit extra haste for extra global before that turtle, he might have just won the game there. But it's going to be Freezing Trap as Valrup trying to push in. And the camo comes out for the Hunter, so it's going to be the reset. It looked like the Hunter really had it. And I'm hoping the Beastmaster becomes a little bit more viable in the next expansion. I think it's going to be more Marksman, honestly, because Marksman, he seems to do like a lot of damage. But not having a stun, again, I'm hoping Beastmaster might be a little bit better. I think it's still going to be a lot of survival just because it seems very consistent. But we'll see, we'll see. Editor available for Valorant alone without a trick still. Trying to go for Azeroth Beam is going to get interrupted. He wasn't channeling it though. So he still might be able to recast it with a pet stun. So he might still be able to do damage with it. Not even lying right now. Let's go slow into Valorant. No damage for Valorant yet. As alone got some cooldowns rolling, but not too much. Started to get a little bit of pressure with the pets, but then he backs up completely. Again, it's just getting slowed and not able to properly kite the Paladin out away from the pillar. The freezing traps are pretty good though. Every time Valorant is feeling confident he wants to engage, alone just chills. He's gonna at least recover. 6 minutes into the duel, 71% dampener. We'll see where it goes, man. BM Season 1 was obnoxious. I don't remember Beastmaster in Season 1 at all. But I'd rather have Beastmaster at least viable and playable rather than not. I mean, I guess it's cool that Survival actually has a playstyle to it, right? Big damage coming out by Valorant onto Alone with a set of wings. Is that short wings? Alone bailing out of there immediately. Again, he wants to keep Valorant kind of out in the open, not behind the pillar. Valorant got some damage though. He got them wings burning. There's going to be a lot of healing needed for Alone. Acceleration coming out very soon. Does get the pet hot or rolling on him. And Valorant, he just gets himself enough heals to be able to use the pillar in order to engage Alone, in order to keep trucking at him. Acceleration coming out for Alone. And Valorant still has every cooldown available. Just burned wings, probably gonna have a minute long wings available very soon, Alone without a trinket this time. So Valorant just has the resources ahead of time and he has 2 pets to generate those resources from. As long as there's not a freezing trap to stop him, does get Execute Sentence, so it's gonna leave him 1 less global to do this. And as long as he can get a Hodge into Alone, Hodge coming down, wings coming in, there it goes. I think he's about to do it. He's trying to make it happen. 1 more Templars, and there it goes. The man taking him out. Next up is going to be Decap heading around the inner side of the walls. Trying to see if this madman, this Viking looking dude, I like the Mog, dude. He almost has this like a gladiator look about him. Trying to see if he can tussle with Valorant. So far the Paladin has been formidable. Shield Avengers does get to pop onto Decap, does not have anything to really help him. Bubble is needed to be used here. Needed to use the bubble there. Valorant is going to give himself a bit of recovery. Decap is just trying to make sure he doesn't get beat up too much while Bubble is up, but needs to intercept Valorant immediately. Does get the intercept with the Reflect in case there's a Hodge. If Decap has Bladestone, this would be perfect. Valorant does go for wings. Hodge still can come out onto Decap. It does come out chicken side of it while Rage Regen is up. And actually, Valorant is under a lot of pressure. Could be a lot of damage available from Decap. Doesn't land the executes. Valorant goes for a heal. 1, maybe a second heal available. Stormbolt, I think, is going to be down for the count. As Decap taking him out, Chill Pills is going to be up next. As a Frosty Menace. Immediate disarm by Decap. It doesn't really stop Chill Pills from controlling the Warrior. Chain of Ice is still going to be huge. Can still maintain a lot of the damage. And there goes him going in the full burst mode. It's not really the biggest damage in a single nuke, but if you let those obliterates really... If you really let him rapid fire those obliterates, it really does end up scaling quite high. That's going to be a grip on the Decap, no way out of it. I think it might be over. Actually, close to execute range on Chill Pills too. Could be anyone's game. Decap gets himself a heal. Does get a charge, maybe a heal. Oh, Chill Pills taking him out at the end. AMS available as he's going up against Xian. And they're playing Arcane. Oh no, the mass mobility for Xian is going to be quite big against Chill Pills, eating that Nether Tempest, which is literally healing people in the beta, by the way. He does so little damage. I'm facing a Svenruki played that. I felt so bad. I looked at his VODs and he was so frustrated with it. I hope they fix it. I hope they make it a little stronger. Because the cool ability. Chill Pills does have himself a little bit of line of sight, but not for long. It is an Archimage. You blink once and he's everywhere and nowhere at the same time. But he does get himself a Death Pact rolling. It's going to give him at least a little bit extra self-survivability. At least that health pool. And he's going to be able to use it in about a minute 30, minute 40. IBF is available unless he's running Lichborn. If he's running Lichborn, it might be bad against Xian. You know, being an Arcane Mage and all. Lots of slows. And on top of the Lichborn slows. I think Lichborn slows override all the slows though. But it basically slows the DK down. It's like you're constantly slowed anyway, like 50%, 30%, something like that. It's gonna be Xian going for big damage. Chill pills popping AMS as soon as Xian is out of that stun. Does get a knockup onto Chill pills, burning through an AMS pretty quickly. Still more blinks available. And Chill pills still trying to struggle in, hanging in there. All shimmers are out for Xian. Does get a Lichborn. He's gonna get slowed, but breaks him out of a root. And that's gonna be Chain of Ice necessary for Xian. Chill pills with super low health. Arcane missiles might end him. And that missed interrupt with a juke for Xian is what was the catalyst. That was a really hard one, dude. I don't expect a single Frost DK or a Death Knight in general, maybe Unholy, to battle an Arcane Mage and win, especially when you're behind on cooldowns. If you don't come in fresh with CDs, that's gonna be rough. Brag is gonna be up next versus Xian. Fire versus Arcane. Xian does need to go for a bit of a heal. Does pop invis with a bit of food. Is gonna get some ticks. Got some ticks. A 36% dampening. Any kind of healing can get the best. Is gonna be good for you. And Barrage, I don't even know how to say your name. Try to go for a little bit of a Ring of Frost. It's gonna be Xian actually doing so much instant cast damage to Barrage. Brage, I don't even know how to say your name, bruh. Honestly, that's gonna be as good as I can get it. That's gonna be a big combustion spell stolen for Xian. Trying to go for missiles. Into an interrupt on a Brage. That's gonna be Ice Block 100%. Xian actually stealing that combustion as an Arcane Mage. Got a couple of those cheeky missiles at Brage. I don't know if they had an interrupt or not. Jump roll up and running for Xian. Brage has no health available. Get him knocked up in the air. Either there's a dot or any proc. There it is. And there it is. Xian taking him out, and Chet Morton is gonna be the last one left. Trying to go for some big damage onto Xian. That's gonna be a polymer for Xian. Can somehow get away from Chet. That might be fine. That might be also your Mog. You literally have a Priest Mog. I absolutely love it. I don't know if this is WoD or Legion set, but this is a Priest Mog. It looks so cool. You look like a battle mage. It looks like armor. It looks so metal and stuff. It looks awesome, and the hat is just casualizing it too. So nice. Chat is a Retribution Paladin. Hand of Freedoms are going to be important. Does not have Hand of Freedoms that can be spell stolen, or if he is not running down on town, then what is he doing? Going to be Wings Up for Chat at 44% dampening. That is going to be some health recovery, but not the most. He can get interrupted by Xian, but I think it's going to be a safe ice block inside, just chilling. And it's going to be Poly. He's perfectly fine with Chet getting all the health back. He'd just rather not fight a Paladin with Wings Up and Hand of Freedom and Pony Up. It's better just wait him out a little bit. It's going to be Hand of Freedom Pony available for Chet. That's all the mobility going to use all at once, and Xian might be able to dance around him from this point on. Does still have Invis. That's going to give him 60% damage reduction. Has a massive is available very, very soon. Trying to get an interrupt onto the Machete. I don't know if they were able to knock up onto the Paladin, keeping him slowed for a little bit longer. Chet does have pretty beefy Judgments and Hammers of Wrath, though, so it's going to be quite a bit of range damage you can do. So Xian better be very careful with the range. You got to make sure you have the right distance. Make sure you have a shield available. Arcane missiles from a distance. Shooting at Chet. Shield of Vengeance up and running. That's going to be a trinket. Oh, Xian taken out with no Invis available for that one. That's a close one, man. That's a close one. Again, when you're coming back, normally a mage with full stats, or full gear, full cooldowns can, I think, dance around a Paladin easily. But Chet comes in fully geared to the teeth, full CDs back up, and Xian just coming out of a duel against Brage. And then before that, with duel against Shield Pill. So that's quite a few people down from before. Chet is in a friendly wave to Print. We're just kind of walking up to Chet. Is going to hit him with a Calm Flag, and the opener does give him a little bit of distance. That's going to be the good old Destro gameplay. Does have a Succubus as well. For Chet, he's going to actually, has a bubble, he has Bob. He doesn't have Shield of Vengeance. Would be nice to be a topped off and held, but a 54% dampening, good luck. He's going to have to rotate that bubble pretty early on. Trinket coming out for Print immediately. Bubble coming out for Chet. This is where the Paladin wants to go for some damage. Execute Sentence onto Warlock. Honestly, I should call him Print, but Print Warlock, I guess I took one part of the name. Stuck with that one. But still, Wings available for Chet. Does get hit with an Infernal Fear to follow. Does Trinket in lane. Oh no, he triggered that stun super lane. Got hit with the Fear. Bop available, but it's not going to help him at all. Got some Wings up and running. Shot of Fear coming out. Shot of Ultra Fear. Oh no. Cannot stop a Destro, no matter how hard you try, how far you run. That's going to be Xian coming in with a 2. Oh, quite a bit of damage for Valorib too. Man, slamming at Chill Pills. I thought Chill Pills got 2 kills out of the park, but that was a tough one with the Arcane Mage, man. We went against a Warrior, which was actually a really close duel. And then the Mage comes in right after. So that is a little bit rough.